Voting season is upon us once again. We've got all you need to know to make your decision at the polls.
And later, Disability Services might be getting a new location. Hear why students are pushing to have the office moved.
Will the Iowa field hockey team have the ability to earn themselves a tournament win? Find out more in sports.
Will we be seeing more sun or clouds this week? Stay tuned for weather.
All that and more coming up on this Wednesday morning edition on DITV.
So don't go anywhere. It all starts right now.
Thank you for tuning in on this Wednesday, October 17th edition of DITV. I'm Bo Bowman alongside Kaylin Cluck. Kaylin, good morning.
Hi. Here is a look at our top story this morning. California Senator Kamala Harris urged people yesterday at the Old Brick Church to vote on November 6th. Senator Harris was joined by Democratic Iowa Secretary of State candidate Deidre Jajier and Democratic Iowa Senate candidate Zach Wallace. The event was hosted by Campaign for Iowa and the University of Iowa Democrats. Senator Harris reminded everyone about the importance of voting in the upcoming election. She wrapped up her Tuesday rallies in Cedar Rapids.
Midterm elections are just under 2 weeks away. DITV is here to inform you about the candidates. We have Mackenzie Cooper live in the newsroom to tell you about the Republican candidate for District 43, Patrick Ronkowitz. Good morning, Mackenzie.
Good morning, Bo. Thank you for having me. That's right. Patrick Ronkowitz is the Republican candidate running for Iowa State Senate in District 43. Not only is he running in a political race, he's also a student here at the University of Iowa. Recently, the Daily Iowan got the chance to sit down with Ronkowitz. During this interview, he talked about student tuition, the legalization of marijuana, and the power of compromise.
So I would work in bipartisanly, reach across the aisle, try to work with anyone to help ensure that the University of Iowa or all the region schools get the funding that they need to be sustainable. I would like to take steps towards cannabis freedom. I think the medical wise, every year it seems like they add, it's like taking a little inch forward and adding more, I guess, medical concerns to it, medical like disparities, diseases. And Iowa's moving very slowly on that. And I really don't think that being a legislator is rocket science. Yeah. Listen to your constituents, hear what their problems are, go back, use the dirty word called compromise, reach across the aisle.
For more on this interview, check out dailyiowan.com. Bo and Kaylin, back to you.
And the Daily Iowan Voter Guide is now available online. Inside, you will find complete details on where and when to vote, as well as which candidates are running. There will also be bios with each of the candidates' stances on different issues. Check out dailyiowan.com for complete voting information, and keep watching DITV as we bring you the latest updates as we get closer to Election Day.
And for those looking to vote early in Johnson County, they have the opportunity to do that and cast their ballot early all week long at the Iowa Memorial Union. It's happening on the ground floor every day this week until October 26th. Polls will remain open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Those who still need to register are also welcome to stop by and fill out a form. Well, nothing to complain about so far this week. The weather's been pretty all right.
It's leather jacket and scarf weather, and I'm really enjoying it. And Samantha Alsterwick is in the weather studio to tell us if that will continue. Samantha?
Yeah, guys, we've been having some really nice weather, and today we will have our highest temperature of the week at 56 degrees with mostly sunny skies. But as the evening comes, the clouds will roll in with the temperature dropping to 39 degrees. As we move on to the rest of the week, Thursday will be cloudy with a temperature of 54 degrees, and then showers will appear in the evening at a 40% chance, and a low temperature of 41 degrees. Friday will also have some clouds with a high temperature around 53 degrees. As the night arrives, the clouds should part for a clear evening and a low around 40 degrees. Starting the weekend, Saturday has a 40% chance of rain with temperatures in the mid-50s and a low around 40 degrees, with that 40% chance of rain sticking around for the night. Then Sunday, the rain will be here with a 30% chance and clouds throughout the day. and a temperature in the low 50s. To end the weekend, Sunday night will only have a 20% chance of rain with a low temperature in the high 30s. That's all I got for you in the weather studio. Guys, back to you at the desk.
Last night, a panel was held by Student Disability Services to discuss the issues with the location of their new office, or their old office, as well as student experiences with the group. Samantha Ostwick has the story.
Student Disability Services was first located in Calvin Hall. Once that became unaccessible, it moved to Burge Residence Hall about 30 years ago. But there have been many issues with this office location, as it is in a basement with no windows or natural light, and it is now inaccessible for those with disabilities. Javon, a student with disabilities, told me his perspective.
With Disability Services office is in the basement of Burge, and it's an inaccessible space because it's down some stairs with not a lot else in the basement. So going there is almost a declaration of having a disability.
Not only do Iowa students struggle to make their way into the Student Disability Office, once they do, they still face setbacks on campus and with their schoolwork. Callie shared her experience with a professor.
It was important to me when I got the chance to do it because I have a service dog, and one of my professors had a problem with that and was trying to tell me that I couldn't have him in class and whatnot. And so I went through a bunch of different offices trying to get that taken care of, but it's very stressful, like when you need something for a disability and then someone at the university is telling you you can't have that.
Starting October 24th, a petition is available to sign online at facebook.com/UISDAA to move the SDS office. From the IMU, I'm Samantha Ostwick for DITV.
The College of Liberal Arts and Sciences is on the hunt for a new dean. Steve Udard is the third candidate to speak to UI staff so far this year in a forum at the Papa John Business Building yesterday. He started off his speech talking about success.
Be successful. That's what we're trying to do in the dean's office, and that's what I find very fun. Just trying to identify, get a vision, get us all working toward that, identify the obstacles, remove them so you can be successful.
Steve then answered questions from audience members. One audience member asked how he would deal with campus discrimination, and this is what he had to say.
But the record usually indicates that there's been other problems. And so if it's a discriminatory racial thing, there's probably been issues all along like that. And so hopefully those have been addressed. When it comes up at tenure, and that's the first time it's addressed, there's a failure of us as colleagues along the way to not address something early on.
The last forum will take place this Thursday at the Papa John Business Building.
Well, Kaylin, the field hockey team has kind of flown under the radar so far this year, but they had a great season and about to start postseason play.
Yeah, they definitely deserve more credit for what they're doing, and we've got Declan in the sports studio to break them down for us. Declan?
Yeah, thanks, guys. They've actually played 6 top 25 teams in a row, so they've definitely had a big task. But the Big Ten Field Hockey Tournament starts this Friday when the Hawks will be taking on a familiar opponent on Sunday.
The stage is set for the Big Ten Field Hockey Tournament, and honestly, the field is stacked. Of the 9 teams competing for the title, 7 of them are ranked in the top 25. However, for Hawkeye fans, all eyes sit on the matchup in Happy Valley between the 3-seed Penn State and the 6-seed Iowa. Less than 2 weeks ago, Penn State traveled here to Iowa City to take on the Hawks in what ended up being one of the most exciting games in the Big Ten this season. Maddie Murphy punched home 3 goals for her first career hat trick, including the deciding goal with under 3 minutes to seal the win. But that was at home. Plus, Iowa had just come off their best performances in which they held Stanford to a meager 2 shots on their way to a 3-0 shutout. But the Hawkeyes have dropped their last 2 games, one to Maryland at home and the other to Rutgers in Piscataway. On the other hand, Penn State has won their last 3 games, including back-to-back shutouts over Indiana and Bucknell to end their season. With the stakes so high, this will be the Hawkeyes' toughest test, and head coach Lisa Salucci knows it.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, this year they have 12 seniors, okay? They are great speed, great skill, especially very right side dominant, and they are just lethal in their counterattack. So you have to play great team defense and be really organized defensively.
If Iowa can bounce back to beat a Penn State team that's rolling, they will go to Evanston to face the winner of Michigan and Northwestern in the semis. if the Hawkeyes can manufacture a tournament win, it would be their first in a decade. Declan, back to you.
Hopefully Murphy will be able to put the ball in the back of the net again. Be sure to tune into BTN at 11 a.m. Sunday to watch the Hawks take on the Nittany Lions. Well, the University of Iowa is known for many things, but one in particular is the birthplace of the butterfly. DITV sports reporter Tanner Desplanck has more.
The University of Iowa is the birthplace of the butterfly stroke, that is. David Armbruster, a former Iowa swimming coach, was interested on how to fix the problem of drag because of underwater recovery in the breaststroke.
Oh, well, yeah, it is the birthplace. It was developed here actually in the 1930s. It wasn't legal until the 50s, but we are credited with developing that from the breaststroke.
In 1935, Armbruster worked with one of his swimmers, Jack Sieg, to develop a kicking technique that is known as the dolphin fishtail kick. Armbruster quickly realized that combining the arm and leg movements created a very fast swimming style. This is what we now know as the butterfly. Swimming was faster than the regular breaststroke, and people quickly switched. The stroke wasn't recognized as its own style with its own set of rules until 1952. The history of the butterfly is evident and a point of pride for the team.
I think it's just proud. I mean, we're all proud that that is something that we can, hold, I guess, to our program, and I know it's something we've certainly started to blaze when we built this pool, even get the bronze statue, and and I think if you're a butterfly here at a special meeting.
The meeting is truly special, but now long after the stroke has long been in play, the Hawkeyes are looking forward to a big upcoming season. From Campus Recreation and Wellness Center, Tanner Desplanck, DITV Sports.
The team will be traveling to Minneapolis to take on Minnesota and South Dakota this Saturday. Well, another weekend of Iowa football. They will travel to Happy Valley this weekend to play Penn State. And I know I sure haven't forgotten that heartbreaking loss to State just a year ago, and neither have the players.
Of course, every loss stings, and you want to win every game. But, having it at home and on the last play, it maybe hurts a little more.
This is in no way, revenge for something like that. Every year in college football, it's a totally new team. Right now we're the 2018 Hawkeyes, the 2018 Nittany Lions. And, we're trying to take another step forward. We're trying to be 7-1 at the end of this week.
Going into a tough environment, in a sense, it's going to be us 80 guys on the sideline versus about 110,000. So it's going to be a tough environment to play in, but also a really big opportunity on the road to go out and get win number 7.
We've played them now 3 straight years, so I think we know their personnel, their coaching staff, vice versa. I'm sure they feel the same way about us, and that's it's a little bit different in terms of our preparation. I think it makes it, I don't want to say easier, but at least there's some familiarity there. And again, I'm sure they feel the same way.
Well, I'll be making the trip tomorrow morning, actually. Hopefully, we'll see a Hawks win. And tune in tomorrow for our weekly update from Daily Iowan pregame editor Adam Hensley in the newsroom for more on what to expect this weekend from Iowa football. Guys at the desk, back to you.
Thank you, Declan. The Mega Million Madness is finally over. Last night, a single lucky ticket was claimed.
That's right, and the tickets were sold in South Carolina, and the winner is claiming that record $1.6 billion jackpot.
But Kaylin, after taxes, it only comes out to somewhere around $500 million, which I gotta say would still be more. I would still be more than okay with that.
Yeah, I think I would be okay with that too.
What would you do with the money?
I would always get an extra espresso shot in my coffee and buy my parents a lake house.
That's awesome. That's all we have for you on this Wednesday morning edition of DITV News.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday.
And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out our print edition of the news on stands now.
For DITV News, I'm Kaylin Cluck.
And I'm Bo Bowman. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Have a great day, Iowa City.